welcome to Community Corner. I am Ryan Nicholas Gray.
Welcome to Community Corner. My name is Aaron County Castle.
Welcome to Community Corner. I'm your other host, DeWitt.
Today we welcome Beverly Thompson, a new friend who works at Community Living Services in Ferndale, Michigan. We're looking forward to learning about Beverly and her work at CLS for those who serve Oakland County. Ladies, would you please welcome Beverly? Well, Beverly, welcome to our program. Welcome. Yes, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate the invite.
Thank you, Beverly. I appreciate it. And now, this question. Please tell us about yourself and your family and your background growing up.
Well, I am a single parent of two grown young men, Kim, who is 33, and Robert, who is 25. Cool. And Kim is a graduate from Northwestern University, and he works in Washington, D.C. area. And Robert is a music producer, and he does lots of beats, and we both sing and do music together. My family background growing up, I grew up in a single parent home with my mother, and I had two older brothers, one that was 10 years older than me and one that's 9 years older than me. The one that's 10 years older than me, named Charles, is still living. We had a very good upbringing, I would say, growing up. It was more music oriented for the most part, church oriented. Large family with my extended family. We did a lot of going to see grandma, lots of cousins and uncles and aunts and that.
What has been your experience during your school years?
School years, I would say they were pretty good, if I would describe them. I was probably pretty popular in high school in particular because I was into music and I was always in the talent shows and that. So I had a lot of good friends that I grew up with from elementary. Actually, my best friend right now I've been best friends with since the 5th grade. And I have a lot of friends to this date that I grew up with from 4 to high school, and they're still very close friends. I didn't do much in the athletic part, but the music was definitely my interest there when I was in school. And I would say one of my favorite classes was probably human relations.
Human relations? Oh, that sounds boring.
It was a lot of fun.
Not to me, I love music.
What is what is that actually?
So the human relations class talked about different phases of individuals, let me see, what could I say about it? It was more like social work, talking about how folks interact with one another, building relationships, how relationships impact individuals. Pretty much.
Question?
Speaking of music, what are your personal hobbies and interests?
Well, I knew you would ask me that, and that's probably my most favorite thing to probably answer. I am a vocalist and / musician. I play the piano, but I actually sing in a 11-piece band, and we sing all over the metropolitan area. We have sung all over the country, and the name of the band is called Larry Lee and the Back in the Day Band.
Larry Lee Back in the Day.
Right, we do a lot of old school music.
Old school?
Yeah.
Like Motown would do?
Motown.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Motown and R&B, oldies but goodies.
Oh, those oldies.
We even do some country and
Country.
western or southern
Country.
rock and roll. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We do some of
Country.
everything in that band. It's a lot
country.
of fun. And we'll actually be doing some festivals around the different cities over the summer. So if you look us up, we do have a website. It's called Larry Lee and Back in the Day. You may be able to catch us somewhere.
You remind me, I used to play piano when I was young.
Yeah, I took piano lessons growing up, and at one point I was thinking about going into music therapy, but I ended up going into social work.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen. In college, when you studied about disabilities, if not, what did you study?
When I was in college, I took up social work, and I have an undergraduate degree in social work and a graduate degree, both from Eastern Michigan University.
The Eagles, go Eagles!
Right. But at one point I did mention that I was in music therapy, and that was more of an emphasis of working with individuals with disabilities at that point. In college, my emphasis was family and children.
Oh, that's very important.
Yeah, and I feel that the Family and Children's Services touch upon some of every area of life, including individuals that have developmental disabilities, I would say even substance use, we would say sexual assault, and so on. Because I did work, before I started working at Community Living Services, I worked for the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office as a
Wow,
victim
Wayne
advocate.
County, downtown Detroit.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
Aaron?
Yeah. What was your college study and degree?
My degree was in social work. So I have an undergraduate degree in social work and then a master's in social work with a clinical background.
Clinical, that's cool.
Yep.
How did you come to work at CLS?
Oh,
Well, I knew someone that was working there that I had gone to college with at Eastern Michigan, and they were looking to hire social workers. And at the time, I was working at the prosecutor's office, and I thought I had been working in it was a criminal background. I was working in that field for quite a while. So I thought a change would be different. And I came and I learned more about what Community Living Services was providing as far as services to individuals with developmental disabilities. And I thought that I would like to work in that field.
That's
So
cool.
I changed my career
Wow.
that's
path
cool.
at that point.
That's really cool. Explain your purpose in choosing this line of work.
Well, I feel that working in this field especially, I've always been a big advocate for people. I felt like advocacy would be one of my strongest attributes. Working in this field would probably be really good with helping people get out and build lives. I really liked CLS's vision and mission of getting out and having folks have a life of their own. And so I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be able to help folks to realize that they could go out and do the same things that I was able to do. And I wanted to afford those folks those same opportunities. So that's the reason why I felt like I would be a good fit for Community Living Services.
That's a very good point, because I think I know someone who worked with CLS.
Okay.
Jennifer Burkhardt. Hello, Jenny.
Shouts out to Jenny.
Hi, Maria.
Yes, Jenny Burkhardt, a friend of mine. Jenny. Aaron?
Yeah. What has been your previous work in this field of assisting people with disabilities?
Before, I would say when I was working at the Victim Services Office, there were times when I would work with individuals that had a diagnosis of a developmental disability or intellectual disability. And working with those folks, it helped me to understand, that they needed the advocacy. Still the same thing, I feel like, what could I say about that? Working in that field just made me understand that, everyone needs that advocacy. Everyone needs someone to support them and to make sure that they are directed to the resources and things that they may need in the community. So when I was working as a victim advocate, one thing that I did was I helped folks when they went to court prepare for testimony, be there to support them, be there as they go through the court system. So I feel like that's the same thing that I'm doing in this role of being in supports coordination and working for community living supports, making sure that folks have the resources, know what's out there in the community, and just being able to support folks.
All right.
Do you have to verify your credentials as you work at CLS?
So say that one more time for me.
Do you have to verify your credentials
Yes.
as
I
you
do.
work at CLS?
Yes, so I have a license in social work, which is a master's level license, and every 3 years I have to apply for that license. And within that 3-year period, I have to make sure that I have all the trainings that are required, because there are specific trainings that are required for your license. Every year you have to have 24 hours of professional development.
24 hours?
Yes,
Wow.
and at the end of the 3 years, you have to make sure that you maintain those 24 hours every year, and that you have pain management, and I think it's one other, I can't think of the other, escapes me right now, but there are definitely different classes and trainings that you have to have every 3 years to keep your license.
What are the required agent classes for your credentials? Because I've heard a lot about maybe there's a class on CPR, a class on first aid. So what are the other classes people have to be required to take besides those two?
Well, gentle teaching,
Okay.
trauma-informed care,
Okay.
working with people,
All right.
pain management, as I mentioned before,
All right.
and quite a few other classes. We've had like classes of understanding autism, understanding co-occurring disorders, substance use disorders. So quite a few different courses we need to be familiar with.
And what about recipient rights? That's another one.
Always, and that's every year in due process. You're correct.
That's right.
Right.
Exactly.
Aaron,
Aaron?
Do you work with state or federal agencies?
Well, we're funded by state and federal agencies,
Oh, yeah.
but
State of
we
Michigan.
work through the county of Oakland County, basically. Yes.
County. That's a big responsibility.
do you attend county-wide or statewide meetings dealing with your job description?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Explain, please.
Yep. So I've been in county meetings. I won't say that I've been to very many state, but county, just to make sure that we stay abreast of what's going on within the county, when we're talking about policies and procedures and any new mandates that may be coming down from the state that the county needs to be aware of. Definitely, I've attended meetings on those levels for sure.
I will.
Orion,
Thank you, gentlemen. What training is there for those working with different challenges? Because I've seen many people, like in different people. I've seen like over the state of Michigan, different challenges. Some in wheelchairs, people in like use walkers. And what's other training you have to go through to help those people, those other individuals?
So you're saying the trainings that we work with
Yeah.
with individuals
Yeah.
to understand like what their needs might
Yes.
be?
That's what it is.
I guess I would say that just understanding, meeting with the people directly, letting the folks tell us what it is that they need. I know that we provide supports to a couple of folks that are like peer mentors, and they come and speak with our agency, sometimes at our staff meetings, to let us know what it is that they need so that we can hear from them, and then we can go back and try to understand and develop the services that folks need. So I think did that answer your question?
They did.
Okay.
Thank you much.
Has the PCP changed at all?
I mean, President Center Plan, you mean?
Yeah, so the
Awesome.
person, it changes all the time because it's a plan that meets the needs of the individuals. And as individuals' lives change, the plan has to change too. So yeah, there's been quite a bit of changes, and I foresee in the future there are going to be many more.
No, great.
Yeah, there have been plenty. We were looking at incorporating a lot in the plan. We want to make sure that that plan is very comprehensive and that's touching all the areas that are important and unique to each individual.
Okay.
what are you scheduled to do in your daily job
Ooh.
at CLS?
That's a good question. My daily
Welcome.
to-do list is very long, and it probably, just continues to be added to. But I would say in the course of the day, my biggest thing is a lot of times I'm reviewing the individual plan of service for the individuals that are supported through the supports coordinators that I mentor or supervise. So for the main part of the day, that's what I'm doing. And then I'm reviewing emails, responding to emails, returning phone calls, meeting with the supports coordinators, attending meetings. It just could be each day is different. You never know what you're gonna be doing for a day, although you may have a plan, but that may not be your plan for that day, just depending on when you get to the office.
So so every single day is something new.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's always something to learn. That's one thing that I learned about this job is that there's always something to learn. and you'll be forever learning as long as you're in
That's
this
good.
field. And I like learning, so that's a good thing. That's a good fit for me.
There's never a dull moment.
And no,
Correct.
never a boneheaded
That's
moment
good.
in life.
Right, right.
If you can find a job like that, that's good.
Really, Ann? Really?
Yeah.
Really? All right.
And it's got to be something
Keeps you
like.
busy. It keeps you
does.
busy. And I like working with the supports coordinators, and I like really being able to see the successes of people moving on their own, having a plan, and the plan actually being realized, and goals being achieved. It's really very satisfying and rewarding.
I know that.
I guess it's got to be something you like doing too, of course.
Yes, yes.
I will. Are you doing any specific tasks along with and reporting them in an office meeting? I've seen meetings. I've been in there for meetings a lot with my commission cards. We had meetings in there at CLS a lot. All the time.
We have a lot of meetings.
You do?
We do. We have meetings with the staff that work there. We have meetings with the supports coordinators, meetings with families, sometimes with vocational or providers. It just depends on what the issue is or what the agenda is that we have to discuss.
Because I heard that someone from that very agency is now working for Oakland County Health Network now. Annette
I wonder who that would be.
Annette Downey is now the new director
Woo,
of
woo!
Oakland County Health Network.
That's
Isn't that crazy?
right. Yes.
She is.
Wait.
It's official.
Nice.
Yes, got to give her a hand.
Annette,
She's
yes,
well
good.
deserving.
Annette
Yes,
Downey.
definitely. Very
Annette, you're
proud of
the butt,
her.
Director.
Yes. Yes.
As I drop the pen. What paperwork is required and how often do you have to fill that out?
Well, social work in general is really about documentation. So there's lots of paperwork that has to be completed, but I say primarily the person-centered plan that has to be done every 365 days a year. And then there's case management assessments that have to be reviewed, and budgets that have to be completed that go along with the individual plan of service. There's periodic reviews, and now there's a 6-month review that we're going to be doing for periodic reviews to make sure that we're reviewing the progress of the plan at least every 6 months to see how things are going, make sure the goals are being addressed and updates are made.
Cool.
All right. Good.
Must you report to your agency department concerning any major projects or goals?
Who do I report to?
Yes.
So we have Lisa Boleen, who is our director, and she's actually going to be taking Annette's spot. And then my direct supervisor is Lori Lindstrom. So anytime that I have any issues or concerns, I usually go to her first so that we can review them. But everyone there that are directors, even my peers, we all have open doors. We work with one another. Anytime we have any concerns, we all work together.
All right.
Ryan,
Thank you, gentlemen. You know something? Every time you come to CLS, one of the things I constantly hear people talking about is Walk a Mile. That event every year is always amazing.
Oh yeah, walk a mile.
Walk a Mile is my favorite thing.
That is a really cool event.
As you guys put on many events every year. Evening of Friends, that Evening of Friends you guys do in Detroit, in Wayne County, is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's none.
And next year I'm going to it too.
Right. Focus.
Well, our Evening with Friends is a very good event, I would say. That's our major annual fundraising event. And we have thousands of folks there, and folks get awards. And it's been really nice the last few years. They revamped it some with awards, and I feel like it's really a great event. I'm glad that you're able to come. I was trying to think of who did the DJing. It seemed like there was somebody that was DJing there that did an excellent job. Would that have been you? You did an excellent job. You were playing some really good music.
Here it is.
I was like, we need to have a dance portion because you were playing such good music. I wanted to dance, but there was nowhere to dance.
maybe you can hire me this August.
Yeah, we'll need to do that. We need to have an event where we can dance.
What's in August?
Now I remember it now.
Another conference.
Please share with us your job goals for the future.
Well, my job goals is to continue to make sure that I'm reviewing plans and that they consist of all of the standards that are expected to be included in there, to be available for the individuals that I mentor, to be there for the folks that we provide supports to, and to just make sure that CLS is the very best that we can be as far as providing services to the individuals that we provide supports to.
Well, that's cool.
Aaron?
What does what does your usual day involve?
So my usual day involves getting to work, getting my calendar together as to what I have that's on my calendar for that day, writing a to-do list of the things that I want to accomplish according to my calendar and any additional tasks that I feel that need to be completed, checking in with the supports coordinators, making sure that they have what they need, and completing my work and scratching those things off the to-do list as I go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
How are your job goals determined agency, individual, and Medicaid rules?
So the goals and making rules, they have to kind of go together. I would feel like any goals, we have to still stay within what our parameters are that have been established by our funder. So we want to make sure that we're looking at whatever our budget is, what we have said that it's our mission and vision, and we want to stay within that. But at the very top of our list is the individuals that we provide the supports to, and we want to make sure that they're getting exactly what they have asked for
Your question
to the
now?
best of our ability that we can do
Tell
that.
me something. What is your favorite restaurant? And be honest.
Favorite restaurant?
Favorite,
That's
come
an
on.
easy
Come on,
question. Let's see. Probably something like, can I say a couple?
Yeah, you can take a couple of them.
Okay. So maybe Cordoba.
Qdoba.
Yeah, I like that for a regular
Okay, pop
everyday.
discussion. What is your favorite pop?
Favorite pop?
Or tea?
Lemonade.
Lemonade?
Ooh.
I like
Tasty
any
to
kind
me.
of lemonade.
Any kind of lemonade? Aaron?
We are so happy you joined us today, Beverly. You are having a very busy experience that assists those who need support and who learn from your work and agency standards. And clients in the end have the opportunity to grow and gain skills and perhaps more independence. Thank you very much for your service. My name is DeWitt. You have been watching ONTV, TV, and YouTube.com. And my two comedians. Aww.
David.
My name is Alan Castle. You've been watching on TV, CMN, and YouTube.com.
I'm Ryan. So you're watching on TV, on CMN, and YouTube. I will see you next time on Community Corner. Until then, good night.
Episode.
Good night.